Actually, I was in denial for quite a long time because in my mind I always thought that Elise would live at home with us. Until she kept getting bigger and I wasn't getting any stronger.
I thought I was going to be able to keep him at home with me until he was 21. But his behaviors were too aggressive and I couldn't deal with them anymore.
I have a chronic disease process, so I'm disabled and it's hard to keep up with, which is hard for Kay because I can't do the walks and the physical activity that she enjoys.
He'd run out right in front of the house, pull his pants down and sit down in the middle of the street. And he would not get up for anybody or anything.
Sometimes he got mad and then he tried to hit the babysitter, and sometimes he tried to hurt me, but he's bigger than me and then I can't take care of him.
Grabbing a hold of me and kicking and hitting me and anything and everything that he could think of to express the way he felt because he couldn't communicate.
It became sort of difficult to care for her, lifting her in and out of her chair. I almost dropped her one time because I was by myself. My husband was away at a business trip, and I realized that I wasn't really able to do that anymore, and that was putting her at risk.
We were all very, very nervous. I mean, it's very scary. But Joe and I are older parents, and it was a matter that how long are you going to be around for them?
I'm 65 years old. When I'm gone, who's going to look after Cindy?
I mean, I loved having her at home because then I knew everything was just the way it needed to be. But, you know, there's a certain point when parents have to realize, or maybe I had to realize, that I really couldn't do it. I couldn't do everything anymore. I needed some help.
It takes a little bit of adjusting to know that your child is not normal in the sense that she's going to progress at a normal rate, and you want to do everything you can to get them moving. And for a while, you hold this belief that if you do enough things, that sooner or later she's going to get past this, and that she'll be functioning at a normal level. And then after you spend some time with that, you realize that this is going to be a lifelong process. So it's essential that she build herself a kind of a support web, so that when we're gone, that she's not totally lost.
Well, I mean, the network of support for people with developmental disabilities in our community is looking at the whole person and all the supports that individual needs and all the gifts that person brings to our community, and how can we help bring out the gifts and support the needs and have that person be as valued a member of our community as possible. So there's support for housing and residential opportunities, there's vocational options, there's recreation activities, there's mental health services, there's support for children and families. There's just a wide array of supports for people with developmental disabilities in our community. Your child has all the same needs as every other child, and they've grown up in your home. They're ready to move on to the next step. You want them to be healthy and safe. You want them to engage in the community. You want all those same things. So the main options for the foster home would be run by a private individual who opens a home to serve people with developmental disabilities in a family type of setting. The next level of care after a foster home might be a group home, where some of the group homes would form around a particular need that a group of individuals might have. We have medical group homes that would serve the medical needs of individuals with more specialized challenges. They may have nurses on staff, they may have specially trained staff to deal with whatever the care needs of that individual are. We also have group homes that specialize in behavioral needs. If someone has unique behavioral challenges, there may be specialized trained staff to address those challenges in the home setting. Or we also have generalized group homes that would serve just the general population.
All right, fish is coming to get me.
And then supported living, it'd be people living in the community in their own homes or apartments, the care provider would come to them. Looks good. Whether it's a supported living option or a foster home option or a group home option, you're still wanting the same things. You're wanting your child to grow and progress and become independent and have the supports they need to be healthy and safe.
The foster care is smaller. It's more of tight family.
This is Erica, and this is myself, Halina, and this is Becky, and this is Cindy right here, and Michelle. And we are the
Four musketeers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 musketeers.
All right.
I've known Erica for 20 years. Her mom put together, before she passed away, a circle of friends. And so those people till this day are still a part of Erica's life. The whole thing about her moving into a house kind of came from the circle of friends and her aunt. And we all had kind of come together and decided that it was time for Erica to make a change.
I live at my own apartment, and it didn't work out.
She did that for a couple of years, and it was a disaster pretty much. She ate all the wrong foods. She could not keep a job, and she made friends with people who took advantage of her.
How did you feel about living in that apartment? We talked about it's kind of scary living there all by yourself.
It was a little scary. But Michelle had to hit bottom first before she asked for help.
It was awful. I mean, the rock bottom, I mean, like, sometimes you go days without food sometimes because you don't have any money. Sometimes is the truth.
But she had resources for money, but she gave a lot of it away to her friends.
Yeah, my friends, yes.
So it wasn't that she didn't have money, she didn't use money wisely.
Yeah.
Knowing this is the best thing for her and getting her to agree with it, those are two different things. And you can't force a person.
Becky had a lot of fears when she first went into foster home, but it just went beautifully.
This one, and then wait, stand back. I'll just. Thank you, Becky. All right, you guys are good helpers. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Well, this is my friend Cindy right here. She's my best friend.
Cindy, one of my residents, for example, she moved in here. She was. She still is, but she was kind of out of control diabetic. The food was the most important thing in her life, with exercise and just changing the way she views food. Why? Because
it's cooked.
It's very good. To lose 100 pounds in 5 years without dieting, I think that's pretty good feeling.
Good job, Becky.
Okay, hang on. With Michelle, I think that her ability to get along with others, making friends.
She had to learn how to behave all over again, and Halina had to do a lot of tender loving care with Michelle, and it took a long time. It wasn't an overnight thing. Halina worked very hard.
Yeah. She helped me
how to get along with
people, socialize with people.
And how to keep a job.
Yeah, and keep a job too.
Erica, just being able to talk and express and become friends. She was kind of shy in the very beginning.
It's kind of nice having a grown-up like your mom to be able to go to and say and ask questions.
She is like my mother.
And Becky, she's just bouncy, loving, friendly, hugging, just wonderful, wonderful person. And she's just always very, very happy. Yeah. So she's just part of our family too.
Becky's made a lot of progress since she's been here just because of the stimulation of having high-functioning roommates.
Just hang on to it and just give it the haircut. Right here? Yeah, right there, perfect.
Her social skills and verbal
Nice.
skills.
Good job.
Just has so many of the behaviors that she had before, like hitting herself. You know, when she wanted to express something, she'd hit her leg or slap her leg or stomp.
But I think the change comes within themselves. You know, they feel successful, they feel happy. 1, 2, back step, 1, 2, back step, and then you go, woo, like that, and then it's your turn.
It is really like a family situation. So,
Very much so.
And Becky always talks about how she loves her roomies and how and she loves Halina.
I love it. I love being in a foster home. I mean, you got to find the right one. You got to find the right foster home who's going to take care of you the right way.
Green beans and some pretty flowers, okay?
She helps us by cooking good foods from the garden, and I love all of her foods.
She takes you fun places.
She takes us fun places, like to the coast sometimes.
Halina's place, it just fits her. So a lot of it depends. It has to be a good fit for both the child and the home.
We no longer worry about her all the time. We had a lot of sleepless nights at home with her, and I haven't had a sleepless night for years, so it's been wonderful.
It is a fairly traumatic change because you've protected this child for all of these years, and then you're going to kick them out into the world, and you're not quite sure what they're getting into.
It's a hard decision, but one that you have to make them. But then I've been making hard decisions for Cindy all my life.
We never knew what it was going to look like for us or for Ryan. It just seemed very hard to imagine that there would be a place that we would be comfortable having him go to live at. There are lots of things that I thought, oh, he should be able to do this, or we should be at this stage, or those kinds of things, but it was just perfect timing. I think waiting longer, it could have gotten harder rather than easier.
We really tried to give him a room that he's comfortable in, and plenty of things to remember of things that he's done.
For basketball.
That's right, with Special Olympics.
Having talked with some people throughout his growing up years of what would be important, it just looked like this was the kind of house that he was going to fit in really well. He did come here, and he spent 1 or 2 nights to check it out and see how comfortable he was, as well as whether he was going to be a good fit for what they envisioned this house having, you know, the people that would work together or live together and be roommates and pals and family.
We wanted folks who were close to our age, that were loved community activities, that they have a great sense of humor, like to have fun, you know, and who would all grow old with us, really, and really just become part of our family.
We wanted him to have a place where they were going to value him also spending time with us. You know, we're still mom and dad, and we still want a lot of time with Ryan, and so we were able to make that a priority as well.
One of the things we've always prided ourselves here is that we want the family involvement. You know, working with the county, we had that opportunity to sit down with the families as we met them and met their sons and daughters, and to make sure that the families felt comfortable, because yes, our clients live with us, but there's an extension, there's their family.